Good morning, everybody. We're going out for the day. We were going to go away for the night, but I have a doctor's appointment at 9:30 tomorrow. Tell you more about that later. So I need to be back for that. So we're only going out for the day, but I think it'll be a good day because once I realised, do you know what, I won't go out for the night and then kind of rush back in the morning to the doctor's. I'll just sort of meander where I need to go this morning, the chateau, and then sort of meander a bit past that because there's a kind of a town I want to check out and have lunch in maybe, and then sort of just meander home, and then we'll be sorted. No rush, no stress, no dramas. So first things first, I need to find a jacket. Second thing second, you need to get in the car. And third things third, we need to go see if we can find a puppy.
And if all those three things happen, and the sun peeks its head out behind the clouds, well, then we should have a good day. But first we're just going to take a beat, slow down, realise we're not in a rush today because, well, you know, we just aren't. I think we'll stop. I think we'll stop in Évaux-les-Bains and have a nice coffee.
So the reason we're going to the doctor's tomorrow, the reason I'm going to the doctor's tomorrow, is just for a checkup really. A control technique for myself. I'm fine, there's nothing wrong with me. I don't think there's nothing wrong with me. But I figured mid-40s, I should probably start being a bit more proactive about making sure there's nothing wrong with me. So I booked an appointment tomorrow, just with the doc to say, can I come in, you check my blood pressure, do all my vitals, whatever else you think. And they were like, yeah, sure. Now, when I rang the doctor, it was, I don't know, start of the week maybe? And I said to them, can I come in and just have an appointment for a checkup? And they were like, yeah, no problem. When do you want to come in? And I said, Tuesday, okay? And she said, yep, Tuesday's fine. And as soon as I hung up the phone, I realised, I have someone calling on Tuesday morning and I have a package arriving on Tuesday morning that I need to sign for, apparently. So I rang them back and I said, I'm really sorry, can I change it to Friday? And they were like, yeah, Friday is absolutely no problem at all. Which kind of shocked me in a good way, because in Ireland and in England, when you try to get a doctor's appointment, it's very often you're waiting not a small amount of time, like at least a couple of weeks. So to be able to do that in France, just kind of ring up and say how you fix for appointments and get one pretty quick, just another little tick in the box as to why I moved to France, because the healthcare system over here is really good, and health insurance is extremely cheap. Right, let's have this and go see about hugging a puppy, and maybe a Dan. Get them. Where's the other one? Hello, my girl. Yes, yes, I missed you. Come. Oh, come here. All right. You're getting fat and heavy. Come on, then. Yes, the smell is. Yes, I know it. Okay, get it over with. Right, puppies were kissed, coffee was drunk, and a grand old chat with Dan. Place is looking great. But I am starving now, so I'm in, where am I? Évaux-les-Bains, I think it's called. Name on the screen. And I'm going to hunt out a bit of lunch. And then, before everything closes, because I was talking to Dan for too long, and then what we're going to do is we're going to get back in the car. We might have a look around here, actually. We might have a look around here, though. See what's to be seen. But then the plan is, and there is a plan, is to get in the car, head back onto the road, and go up to a place called Montluçon. because the sun's come out and it's a beautiful day, and I fancy a bit of a waddle around a town. Maybe get a nice cup of coffee by a river. Welcome to Montluçon, the medieval town built in the Middle Ages on a bluff over the banks of the River Cher. Now, during the Second World War, Montluçon was in the free zone of France, but it was occupied by the Germans because they wanted to seize the Dunlop tire-making factory and the laboratories there to look into better compounds for the wheels of the airplanes of the Luftwaffe. Now, as you can imagine, with Montluçon being in the free zone during World War II, there was a strong resistance movement here in the town. And in June of 1943, the town residents ambushed a German military transport that was taking free French citizens to Germany to fight in the war effort. It was all done under something called a service de travail obligatory, which was a semi-legal way of Germany basically kidnapping citizens and bringing them to Germany to help fight. Now, these men promptly escaped to the LA Underground, and today they're still wanted by the government. And if you know where to find them, maybe you... Oh, hang on, that's the A-team. Sorry, these men escaped to the French countryside and promptly joined the resistance movement. If you had told me this morning we'd be walking through a museum dedicated to French pop music, I would have said, not likely. Also, I probably would have brought my glasses, which I didn't bring. That's why I'm wearing my sunglasses inside. Not to look cool, just to be able to, you know, see. There you go. That's a hurdy-gurdy. Actually, it turns out they're all hurdy-gurdies. Many hurdies, many gurdies. Definitely took a lot of craftsmanship to make one, though. And also quite a lot of chisels. This one's kind of more Nick's scene. And if you had, I wonder if you'll take us to a museum of musical instruments on your bucket list today, then well done, good guess. I only really nipped in to use the lube, you know. Right, well, since lunch was a sandwich from a patisserie, I reckon our best bet is to go find a cafe somewhere, do a little bit of people watching. But Brian didn't go for coffee in a medieval town square and do some people watching because the coffee shop in the town square was closed. So, just kind of meandered my way home through a very autumnal looking, sun going downy type French countryside thing. It was very pretty, lovely drive. And now I think I'll just kind of light the fire and chill out, really. So tomorrow, got to go to the doctor's, and then we're going for coffee with our favourite Viking, and then I don't know, but I do have a sneaking suspicion there is a hedgehog. Well, there is a hedgehog in my chainsaw shed thing, and he's kind of hanging out down the back, and I'm not sure if he's hibernating. He looks very comfy. He's on some old fluffy insulation. He looks super comfy. I think he's hibernating. I don't know. So I think what I'll do now is do a bit of Googling about hedgehogs, or hérissons, as they call them in France, and see what the crack is there, because if he's not hibernating, I should probably leave some sort of door open or some way for him to get out if he needs to get out. If he is hibernating, he's welcome to the place. He's nice and warm in there. So anyway, that's besides the point. Thank you very much for watching today's vlog. I do hope you enjoyed it. I'll probably see you tomorrow.